In the mid-90s, for me it was all about Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, or wizards and orcs. In the later 90s I would often go to game shops and play the Pokemon trading card game against other kids, and this is where I discovered Magic the Gathering. If I had an Evercade back then, it would never leave my side, and I would probably show all the kids this little gory dungeon crawler. The Immortal was made by Electronic Arts for DOS and was later ported to the NES and Sega Genesis. Pico got a hold of the publishing rights and now it's available on Evercade. You start the game by reading a letter that is left behind for you, and from the get-go things didn't feel quite right. You play as a wizard and you are trying to survive and make your way out of a dungeon. You'll face various enemies like goblins, slimes and will-o-wisps, and you'll have to solve puzzles to make it to the next stage. Most puzzles in the early game are solved by using your inventory, so make sure you pick up all the items. Everything is trying to kill you in this game. Be watchful of which tiles you step on, because you might fall through them or get eaten alive by a giant worm. The atmosphere in this game is what's very unsettling. If I had played this as a kid, the music alone would have probably given me nightmares. The synthesized brass instruments that you hear a lot on these early 90s soundtracks always gave me an eerie feeling. Compare this to the character select theme from Mario Bros. 2 for example. The music isn't meant to be pretty and the game isn't meant to feel comfortable. I think it's very interesting that this game got an NES port, but it has to be a different game, because this game is bloody. It feels right at home on the Genesis, which is a console of doom compared to the NES. But how is this game gory? Well, the gory stuff is in the combat. Let's put it like this: you're not Gandalf, you're Saruman. Every battle has a conclusion with a finishing move, and here's where the game gets pretty doom. Immortal is a very interesting game that has some character animations and puzzles that still hold up today. As for the atmosphere, they managed to create something that scares me more than big modern cinematic productions. It manages to create a feeling of terror and claustrophobia, where all you want to do is get out of that dungeon. A game like this is ideal for the Evercade, because it allows you to use save states and solve the puzzles on the go. But besides the gameplay and atmosphere, this game deserves a mention for being one of the bloodiest titles to ever grace the Sega Genesis. Splatterhouse, eat your heart out. Stay shiny, guys.
Rest my case.